Hello students, this is Abhivarya, Assistant Professor of Microbiology from the Department of Microbiology at LJ Institute of Applied Sciences. Welcome to the world of basic microbiome. Here we are going to discuss the topic chemotherapy, history and its basic concept. First of all, what is chemotherapy? Chemotherapy, it is the use of aggressive form of chemical for the treatment of disease is known as chemotherapy. Why chemotherapy? For generally chemotherapy, it is used for the treatment of cancer. And why chemotherapy only? Because the cancer cells, they are growing faster comparative to other cells into the human body. That's why chemotherapy is generally used for the treatment of cancer, right? Chemotherapy, that is always used in combination with other therapies like radiation, hormonal therapy, and other tissue therapies for the treatment of cancer. Chemotherapy basically depends on the physical state of cancer patient and the type of cancer and severity of cancer which is present into the host body. Now come to our topic. Our topic, chemotherapy, history and basic concept of work of chemotherapeutic agent. This topic is from SY BSc Semester 3 syllabus of Gujarat University from the core course paper 201 Microbial Physiology, Unit 4, Microbial Growth and Chemotherapy. First of all, chemotherapy. What is chemotherapy? Chemotherapy, it is use of chemicals for the treatment of disease that is known as chemotherapy. And the chemical agents which are used for the treatment of chemotherapy, they are known as chemotherapeutic agents. In the other words, chemotherapy is chemo plus therapy. The use of drug that is chemical or the substances which are derived from the microorganisms, and they are with the selective toxicity against the infections of virus, bacteria, microorganisms, pathogens, protozoa, fungi and helminth. It is known as chemotherapy. Now, history of chemotherapy. Sir Paul Ehrlich, he was the father of chemotherapy. He found out the first chemotherapeutic agent, salvarsan, which is later on known as Bullet 606. Sir Paul Ehrlich, he was the first scientist who used the systemic approach for the search and use of potent antimicrobial chemical agents. This is the list of different chemical antibiotics or chemotherapeutic agents which are evolved at different time interval, and they are used for different treatment and for the cancer disease. First, in the 1900, Paul Ehrlich found out the chemotherapy animal model. In 1908, discovery of arsenophenamine. In 1932, Prontosil, the first sulfonamide drug, was found out in Bayer's laboratory. In 1939, Domark scientists first identified use of Prontosil. In 1928, Alexander Fleming found out the penicillin. In 1943, nitrogen mustard was used in the lymphomas treatment. In 1944, Sir Selman Waksman discovered the antibiotic streptomycin. In 1948, anetfolate was found out. In 1951, thiopurines were found out. In 1957, 5-fluorouracil find out in 1958, methotrexate in 1959, anti-tumor antibiotics were found out. In 1962, nalidixic acid, the chemotherapeutic agent, find out. In 1963, Vinca rosea, the alkaloid compound, were find out for the treatment of leukemia. From 1963 to 1970, treatment of Hodgkin's disease was find out for treatment of cancer patients. In 1997, monoclonal antibody was approved for the treatment of tumor. In 2005, tyrosine kinase inhibitors were used for treatment of liver cancer. In 2007, target-specific screens were used for the treatment, find out for cancer disease. Now, the difference between the antimicrobial agents and the antibiotics. First of all, what is antibiotics? Antibiotics, they are the secondary metabolites which are produced from the microorganisms, and at very low concentration they are used for the removal of the cancer cells which are present into the body of the host. Second, what is antimicrobials? Antimicrobials, it is the combination of chemotherapeutic agents and antibiotics. Same way, they are in the very low concentration used to remove the toxic cells which are present into the patient's host system. Now, the principles of chemotherapy. The principles of chemotherapy, they are based on the principle of selective toxicity, which are proposed by Sir Paul Ehrlich. The basic principles of chemotherapy are as follows. First, selective toxicity. According to the principles of selective toxicity, the chemotherapeutic agent that must be toxic to the target specific pathogenic cells only. It must not be harmful to the another host body cells. Second, no side effect. The chemotherapeutic agent that must only affect the cancer cells present into the host body cells only. It must not be develop any side effect into the human body, right? The side effects like the irritation of kidney, damage to the liver, damage to the central nervous system, gastrointestinal tract, and in certain cases bone marrow depression also found because of chemotherapeutic agents side effect. Third one, it must have better pharmacological properties. Better pharmacological property means it must be showing the effect of chemotherapeutic agent only in vivo. It must be absorbed by the host damaged tissues of the body. Because of that, they must be remain persistent into the host body for longer period of time, and they must not be destroyed by the host enzymes, and they must be remain into the host body. They must not get excreted into the body fluids. Fourth, broad spectrum of action. The antimicrobial agents, chemotherapeutic agents, must have the broad spectrum of action on the host. Fifth, the chemotherapeutic agent that should not damage the normal flora of the host. They remain persistent for longer period of time without affecting the host other cells. Now, the types of chemotherapeutic agents. The chemotherapeutic agents, they are categorized into the three categories on the base of its origin. First, naturally occurring chemotherapeutic agent. They are produced from the plants, tissues, animal tissues, and microbial cells. They must be in the very lower concentration, effective against the pathogens present into the host body. They inhibit the growth of pathogens in the very low concentration. Second, synthetic drugs. Synthetic drugs, they are produced in the laboratory. Certain types of chemical agents, they are used as a chemotherapeutic agents in the form of synthetic drug. They are nalidixic acid, sulfonamides, prontosil, etc. Third one is semi-synthetic drug and antibiotic. Semi-synthetic drug and antibiotics, they are nowadays produced by combination of chemical and the biological substances. They are generally the natural substances and they are used for the treatment of chemotherapy. Now, classification of antibiotics. On the basis of basic chemical nature of certain antibiotics or chemotherapeutic agents, the antibiotics, they are categorized on the different stages. This is the list of different examples of antibiotics on the base of, they are categorized on the base of basic chemical nature. First of all, them beta-lactam antibiotics. The basic chemical nature of this type of antibiotics is beta-lactam ring. They are containing the beta-lactam ring in their chemical structure. Example of beta-lactam antibiotics is penicillin and cephalosporin. Second one is aminoglycoside antibiotic. They are containing basic chemical nature of aminoglycoside, and the examples of this type of antibiotic is streptomycin. These two are main important for SEM 3 syllabus. Rest of the others are the examples on the basis of basic chemical nature, different antibiotics. Now, move on to our next topic. Selection criteria for ideal chemotherapeutic agent. See, as we know, different type of chemical agents, they can be used for treatment of cancer, right? But all of them, they must not categorized as a chemotherapeutic agent. Why? Because of their toxicity on the human host cells, and they also destroy the natural normal flora of the host body also. That's why the basic criteria for selection of chemotherapeutic agent, they are as follows. First of all, them is destroy only damaging tissues of the host. The chemotherapeutic agent that must destroy only the damaging tissues of the host. They must not destroy the rest of the host cells also. Second, penetrate into the tissues with the effective concentration. What is that? The chemotherapeutic agent, they must be remain in the larger concentration into the host tissue cells. Because of that, what happens? They can be remain in the host body for longer period of time, and they can damage the other pathogenic cells other than cancers which are present into the host body. They can be also destroyed by these agents also. Third one is it should not destroy or damage the natural host system of host, that include phagocytosis and damage to the immune system of the host also. This is all about the chemotherapy, its history, its mode of action, how the selection of the chemotherapeutic agent, different types of chemotherapeutic agents. These are the references which I have used for this topic. Thank you.